Okay, let's use that track we were looking at last night. Of course, you can use this idea or these ideas with any of these tracks, but the big thing here is remembering the chord progressions. So with this track, it even says it like at the beginning, or while it's playing here. So if we look here, like the percentage stuff, that just means play the same chord again. So basically, this is a standard 12-bar blues progression. You got the A minor chord, 4 bars. D minor chord is 2 bars. A minor chord for another 2 bars. And then 1 bar of E minor, 1 bar of D minor, 1 bar of A minor, and the last bar of E7 sharp 9. So a very dissonant, dominant chord. Just adds a bunch of tension before it goes back into the start of the progression again. So, and yeah, it's got your pentatonic shapes down here. It's got your full diatonics, because sometimes the diatonic can work just fine on your full minor scale, but and the reason why a lot of it would work is because for the most part it's all chords in the key of A minor. Now this E7 sharp 9, that is not in the key of A minor. It's definitely steps out of key there, but it still works pretty well in terms of a blues progression. Now, anyway, so the first thing to do, I want you to get used to playing the actual chords, playing the chord progression. So the ones we went over yesterday, the A minor is just doing that inversion, where you got the fifth interval in the bass. No, sorry, not the 5. Third interval. So in this case, the flat 3. So flat 3, 5, and then 1. Now you could just strum the whole A like a bar chord. That's fine too. But it sounds very minimal what's in the track here. So that's why I said just do that. So that's simple enough. And then you got your D minor. And again, you could strum the whole minor chord, bar chord if you wanted. It'll still fit just fine. And then the E minor, just moving that shape up. You could do that as well. And then for the E7 sharp 9, the more complicated one. So get your middle finger on the E note there, 7th fret of the A string. Index finger is on the 6th fret of the D string, that's your major 3rd. Ring finger is on the 7th fret of the G string, that's your minor 7th interval. So you got your 1, 3, flat 7. So there's that dominant 7 sound. And then the G, that's going to be your sharp 9. Technically, you could do it like that too, huh? But yeah. So, yeah, playing along with it, I want you to be able to do that. Because if you can't play the chord progression, then doing that rhythmic thing where you're just playing the root note of the chord ain't going to work. So you have to be able to play along playing the chord progression. It is a necessity. Always on the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. I played that on the 1 instead of the 2. 4, 1, 2, listening to it, I'm hearing like more guitar stuff happening. Sounds like he's playing the bass line on the guitar as well, like he's like palm muting it. Part of the progression, you can definitely do more of the diatonic stuff. Doesn't have to fully be pentatonic. For this part, pentatonic is better. Or just the blues scale right there. Blues scale works for the whole thing. But anyway. Again, you could, oh, you're getting an acoustic guitar in there now, so you could do something like that as well. Can you hear that kind of strumming in the background? Very light. Even the fingers will have the same kind of effect. Practice corporation like this as well. Could be a good idea. So, original way, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, D minor chord, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor chord, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor chord, 3, here goes D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, the funky chord, 1, 2. Alright, and then you can strum bigger chords if you'd like. Arpeggios and chords. But I'm going to count the beats on this repeat of the progression. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. that you really want to. Just make sure you change the chords at the right time. Follow the progression. Then you're going to start adding in the solo idea. So we're going to start with, you're changing just the one note. You're following the root note with this, and you're going to be rhythmic with it. Now, if you need to start real simple, just to get the progression down, that's fine. I'm going to start at the beginning here. Listen to it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like this is fine. Just to get started. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3, start getting rhythmic with the note. Too fancy there. Don't do that. Not yet, anyway. And you can do that octave thing I told you about. with the root notes, but now you can start adding in little things. I want you to start and stop on the same note. So you hit your D. Comes in with A minor, hitting that A note. D note, root note. Notice I keep starting on the A and going back to the A. That's an A note. D note there. D note again. Got to jump down to the A because that's when it came back in. The A minor right there. Those chord changes, use that to your advantage here. I want you to be really make an effort to use those notes to start and end your phrases. A minor chords playing, I'm going to start on an A and end on an A. D minor's playing, I want you to start on a D note and end on a D. Oh, I played it on the D instead of the E. I screwed up. So there we go. Those are the things to focus on this week. So again, trying to sum that all up. You gotta learn the chord progression. You need to be able to play the chord progression well. You can do the tiny ones, you know, those chords, and then this funky one. You can play the bar chords. You can get fancy with the strumming, that's fine. You could, like, arpeggiate things, too. Just like the track does as it develops. And anyway, yeah, you can play the bar chords, strum along through that way. once you feel confident with the chord progression, that's the first thing. You need to be confident with the chord progression, the chord changes. Once you are confident with that, then go into the single note stuff, where you're just changing the single notes along with the root notes of the chord, or all the chords. Once you're able to comfortably change the root notes following the chord progression, you still stick with the single note thing, but then you start getting rhythmic with it. And you can do it, and you know your different octaves. It's just your A, D, and E notes. You would hit that E or A note way up there, and the D note up here, if you want to. But keep it simple. So again, start getting rhythmic with it, with just the same note as the chord progression changes. So you got to stay in the same root note. You can also use the octave shapes we talked about yesterday, where it's like the power chord, but then you remove that middle note and mute that middle string. You can start it on any of those notes. For the, this starting on the D string, you got to have a bigger stretch here. You can do it up here as well. It's an F. I think that intonation needs some adjustments. So that's just another, because you can really, just another idea, because you can really kind of go a little bit crazier with that versus the single string, And then once you're, feeling pretty confident with that, and that's getting comfortable, and you're able to accurately change the root note of the chord, doing rhythmic things, then you can start doing phrases with it, where you start the phrase on the root note and end it on the root note. Just think, real simple. Just kind of start on that A and come back to the A. And then once the D note is the root note, just kind of keep going back and forth between the note. Like always starting and stopping on the root note of the chord that's being played at the time. So right now, yes, I want you to be very focused on what the chords are. So this way you can develop a better sense of when to change things, what sounds okay, and get you to be more focused in what you're playing. So this way you have a specific set of rules to follow. So that's the main stuff to do this week to get better with the improv. So, any questions, let me know, and I'll see you again next week.